What's going on, beautiful people? This is Bernard Hamilton on the Resilient Life podcast. And so tonight I'm gonna talk about the biblical blueprint of success and prosperity. It's interesting. A few weeks ago, I was talking to somebody about success and prosperity from a biblical perspective, and they basically chewed my head off. I basically says that not only does the scriptures teach the person of Jesus, it also teaches the biblical guarantee of success and prosperity. Those are the principles that he teaches, and which the person came back and says, "You are out of your mind. The Bible guarantees trouble. That's what the Bible teaches. It teaches trouble. Where you get this stuff? You've been talking to those prosperity theology people." And, you look at that, and for some reason, you have this large swath of religious people who believe that your major focus of faith is to struggle because he guarantees struggle. Well, the juxtaposition, you got to understand that from a biblical perspective, God don't just God doesn't just guarantee troubles. He also guarantees prosperity and success. Now, in the Old Testament, God spoke to Joshua after Moses' departure and said, I was talking about the study of, he said to study the book of instructions, the law, continually on it. He says, and he goes, day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. This is biblical. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. Now, of course, we know Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 11 says that he knows the plans that he has for us, the plans to prosper us. And this is something that the religionists, the far-right religionists, deny themselves to see. So, God gave mankind the principles to succeed, but it was man's responsibility to meditate and to succeed as he went forward. Put another way, if you want success and prosperity, you have to meditate and do the work, and then only then will you prosper. And so when you look at that, success and prosperity is on you, not God. It's there for the taking, and it's on you. And if you fail to do the work of meditating day and night on the instructions, you and only you have yourself to blame. Now, this is a problem that a lot of people have a problem with. And it's primarily because when struggles come, problems come, it's like most people focus on the problem. They concentrate on the problem. And God says, don't miss this. He goes, number one, when you meditate on the word, the law, day and night, you'll find out there's three things that you want to do. Number one, I want you to vibrate higher with me. I love you. I want you to love me, but I want you to love me where I reside. I reside in love. I reside in peace. I reside in faith. I reside in hope and faith. And that's where I want you to reside in your life. I don't want you to be down at the low levels, just looking at the problems of the world and the issues of the world. Because I want you to meditate on what you have in your mind that you want to create out of your mind. I want you to focus. I want you to meditate on what your desires are. He says, if you delight yourself in me, I will give you the desires of your heart. So if you have those desires, just know as you move towards your desires, there's going to be troubles to get to your desires. And that's why I want you to meditate day and night on what it is you want to accomplish. And therefore, you don't have to go outside of yourself to meditate. He said, I want you to meditate day and night within yourself. So you got to ask yourself, well, what do you want? What do you want? Well, you say, I'm broke. And I'm broke and I want to have some money, but I'm broke. So we know that Proverbs 23 verse 7 says that if you are somebody that's constantly thinking as a man thinks, so is he. If you're constantly thinking and saying and feeling that you're broke, that's what you're attracting to you. How do you do that? You have a conscious mind, a thought mind, a knowing mind. And what are you doing? You're impressing these things every day. I'm broke. I don't have any money. When you think like that, you're creating your own poverty. You don't realize that. You're the creator of your life. And he's telling you, if you will just meditate day and night on these things of loving me and you loving you and you loving other people. And then from there, he goes, I will give you the desires of your heart. But you have to meditate on the things that you desire. Now, if you consider that most people are broke, or they say they're broke, you've got to begin to say to yourself that I'm not broke. You have to begin to focus on what you do have. Lord, I'm focused on the fact that I am. Just imagine, what does it feel like to have 100 million? What does it feel like to have 50,000? What it feels like to have 10,000? What does it feel like? You have to begin to feel that. Your imagination is far greater than any effort or willpower that's out there. And so when it comes to success and prosperity, is it going to be easy? No. You're going to fail more than you succeed. And you'll find out that the most successful people in the world fail more than they succeed. Just ask Steve Harvey, ask Oprah, ask Steve Jobs, if he was around, ask whoever is out there. They will tell you that they have more failures than they have success. But the key to that is they don't give up. They're constantly meditating day and night through their imagination on what they want to accomplish. Now, here's the key. You have to be mindful of this. You have to be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. You've got to be mindful of what you're thinking about. You have to be mindful of your actions. That's what mindful is all about. If you're constantly talking about what you don't have and we're broke and we're not going to do this and we're not going to do that, you are telling yourself a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you can't do that. What you have to do is say, I am living a great life. My life is blessed, and I'm just so happy that God has blessed me to do and think of the things that I want to accomplish. Man, my life is super. Boy, I am so blessed. I mean, I'm a magnet for so many prosperous things that's going on in my life. I'm so happy and grateful for the relationships in my life. I'm so happy and grateful that God is attracting really good people in my life. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You do this on a daily basis. What happens is when you meditate day and night on these particular imaginary things that you're thinking about, the law of assumption says that if you're somebody that is asking in prayer for whatever you want, believing that you receive them as if you already have them, you're assuming that you already have them. God says you've already got them. You already have them. But you have to get to the place to where you understand how that whole process works. I'm going to stop there on the biblical blueprint of success and prosperity, but that should be enough for you to think about. What you want to do is that if you have something that you want to pray about, pray and believe that you already receive it. And then, because God said yes. But you have to believe that you already have it, and then what you have to say to yourself is that it's on the way, and you have to live in the present as if you've already got what you assumed in prayer, as if it's a present fact and reality, and you have to stay there. You got to focus on there. You got to hold it in your mind and your heart and your soul, because when you do, so are you, and when you do that, then you will prosper and succeed.